The Ghana Revenue Authority has signed an information sharing agreement with 170 countries across the globe to support the move to tax foreign income of resident Ghanaians. According to the GRA, this is an existing policy which was passed in 2016, but lack of adequate data delayed its implementation. Speaking to clarify the law, the GRA also dismissed claims that this is a new tax to replace the VAT on electricity. His Chief Revenue Officer Free Zones at the Domestic Tax Division, Dominic Adamno-Nate.
This is not a new tax. It has been in the laws since 2016. Section 3, Section 111, and Section 103. Anyone who is in Ghana, who earns income outside Ghana, who is a resident person and earn income outside Ghana, is supposed to consolidate all incomes, whether earned in Ghana or outside, and then subject that to tax. And this is not a new tax. It's in the Act already. We are just now enforcing that provisions in the Act.
So if it's a law that has been passed since 2016, why are we now implementing it or enforcing it?
There is a process. We have signed compact with other countries. Now they have provided us with the information. So we had enough information to kickstart. We don't start anything when you don't have the basis of getting information on people's income outside. So now that we have signed agreement with about 170 countries where we exchange information, now we have information enough to believe that we can drive that aspect of the law and implement it successfully.
So is it just about paying taxes, as in paying money, or an exchange of information? Like you said, you've signed a pact with 170 countries. What is it about? Is it just about paying money, or what exactly is it?
It is not just about paying money. The Act is clear that anyone who earns income, whether small, big, or whatever it is, you have to pay tax on it. And so if we have, for some time, we have left that aspect of the law hanging. Now we said we are implementing the law. So it is nothing new. We are just bringing in all the people who are covered under the tax law to do what the law requires of them. And that is exactly so.
Is it replacing the VAT on electricity?
It has nothing to do with VAT at all. This has nothing to do with VAT on electricity. It is just provisions in the Act that we have not been implementing, and now we are ready to implement it, and that's all. It has nothing to do with any other tax. It is income, either income from investment or income from business that is taking place outside the shores of Ghana. We just consolidate with your income here, and then we tax it. And note, we are not just taxing that income that bring all the monies there and we are taxing it. You might have paid some taxes on those incomes outside. You just bring the certificate that shows that you have paid tax on that. And so we compute if there is still some taxes that have to be paid, then you pay. If there is no tax to be paid on that, you are free. There's nothing to force you to pay taxes on incomes that you have already paid taxes on. No, it's not like that.
Now, meantime, the Ghana Revenue Authority has educated some stakeholders on the tax amendment laws which waived penalty payments on non-tax compliant individuals who volunteered their tax information. The move is expected to boost voluntary payments and support revenue mobilization. The authority has been engaging stakeholders in Accra as part of activities to mark the Tax and Good Governance Month. The month of April every year is declared by the Ghana Revenue Authority as Good Governance Month to improve on tax collection. Addressing some stakeholders as part of activities slated for the month, the GRA indicated its commitment to the amended Revenue Administration Law, which gives waivers to individuals who disclose their tax information to the authority and make payments. Assistant Commissioner of Audit at the Large Tax Office, Dr. Martin Kobil Yamborija, explains to Joy Business.
As a means to encourage people to voluntarily comply, we amended the Section 74 of the Revenue Administration Act that if, as a taxpayer, you have discovered that information that you have earlier on provided to the Ghana Revenue Authority is not accurate, or information that you should have provided you have not provided, and then you, on your own volition, decide to come and then disclose that information to the Commissioner General, then the benefit is that any penalties that could have been imposed on you, either monetary or imprisonment, you are given a waiver of that. So we want to encourage people, and this is something that is not just like a one-off amnesty. It is something that we have incorporated into the law that at any time, a taxpayer can always take advantage of that.
Dr. Yamborija justified the observance of the month of April as Tax and Good Governance Month since it is the beginning of a new quarter of the year.
They are required to file their annual income tax return not later than the end of April. And because we want them to file their returns, the month of April is normally set aside to sensitize taxpayers and then encourage them and also educate them on how to file their income tax returns and also pay any tax thereon. So if you ask me what is the objective, our objective is to create awareness and also remind our client, that's the taxpayers, that they have an obligation to file their tax returns.
The Commissioner General and other officers of the authority will be carrying out educational programs and outdoor activities across the country to enhance tax collection.